Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our beautiful weather window today. And how about this shot? This is looking at Lake Wenatchee area from our Lake Wenatchee Sky-Fi Tower camera. What a beautiful shot. Still some snow up that way, but boy, not a whole lot of it. You expect maybe a little bit more as we get now into late February, but what a beautiful shot with the crystal clear waters of Lake Wenatchee. And we had a nice one out there today. And our weather outlook actually for the first part of the weekend, today, tomorrow, and Saturday, look very nice. We'll see high temperatures mainly in the 40s to near 50 degrees on both Friday and Saturday. We will see an increase in clouds Saturday, and then by Saturday night and overnight, good chance that we could see a light dusting of snow in the Wenatchee area. Higher amounts of snow in the mountains for Sunday, and still some rain for us on Sunday. And then by early Monday, a little bit of shower activity, and then back to the nice weather. All of your complete weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now some of the stories we're following for you tonight. Newly refurbished Kiwanis Methow Park in Wenatchee was hit by vandals sometime last night, leaving the restrooms covered with spray-painted graffiti. The OMAC man who threatened Washington sheriffs over their refusal to enforce a gun safety law pleaded guilty Wednesday to a federal crime. And the Washington State Department of Corrections is preparing to add more prisoner work release facilities right here in north central Washington. But first we begin tonight. Wenatchee police arrested a man on Wednesday who was suspected of stabbing his acquaintance outside the local Safeway store the previous night. Adam D. Ellis, age 31, faces a possible charge of first-degree assault for allegedly stabbing another male in the leg during a fight near the store's front entrance at about 10:15 p.m. Police say Ellis ran from the scene before they could arrive, but patrol officers arrested him about 4 p.m. on Wednesday near Chelan and Yakima Streets. The victim was treated for a minor stab wound and then released. Newly refurbished Kiwanis Methow Park in Wenatchee was hit by vandals sometime last night, leaving the restrooms covered with spray-painted graffiti. It was one of several reports of graffiti in numerous Wenatchee locations late Wednesday or early Thursday morning. Last year, Methow Park in South Wenatchee underwent $2.7 million in renovations, including the new bathroom facilities installed in December. Work is continuing on many of the park improvements. Meanwhile, the OMAC man who threatened Washington sheriffs over their refusal to enforce a gun safety law pleaded guilty on Wednesday to a federal crime. Jaden Ledford, who's 24, entered a plea in Spokane federal court to one count of making threats by interstate communication. Ledford posted on Facebook that he would assassinate sheriffs, including Ozzie Knizovich of Spokane County, who'd voiced opposition to I-1639. That's the voter-approved firearms law that passed in 2018. The charge carries up to 5 years in prison and 5 on probation, but U.S. attorneys agreed to drop 2 other federal charges against Ledford and recommended 6 months off any eventual prison term. Ledford is due to be sentenced by May 5th. The Washington State Department of Corrections is preparing to add more prisoner work release facilities in north central Washington. Chelan County and 3 neighboring counties have been identified by the DOC as underserved. Commissioner Kevin Overbay says the county's recently upgraded Regional Justice Center is being put forward as a possible site.
What we have done as Chelan County is we currently have our inmate worker program housing that we had that needed to have a remodel. It's in the midst of that right now. We're taking a look at that inmate worker program, and with the folks that we currently have, really will not have a robust program based upon the inmates that we currently have. And so what we did is we actually put in a proposal to Department of Corrections that say, hey, maybe our facility might be one that you might want to look at, as part of this piece.
So this would not be something where you would be placing a halfway house in some neighborhood?
There is an opportunity for that. They have actually went out for requests for proposals. There were, to my knowledge, at the last meeting, they told us there were 3 properties that did put in as a request. We will be, as a part of the committee, I sit on that committee, we'll be looking at those properties and where they are located in our community, looking at, the proximity to schools, the proximity to neighborhoods. What does this really look like? Is this the best fit for our community?
And then public engagement also.
Absolutely, public engagement all the way. Yeah, absolutely. And so
The state legislature appropriated $9.1 million to the DOC last year for 200 additional work release beds, with 50 of those beds identified in north central Washington. Overbay says the state is expected to make a decision sometime within the next month on where to site those facilities. Coming up next, Okanogan County public health officials are trying to stop rumors that a case of novel coronavirus is being diagnosed in the county. Leavenworth's oldest school building may soon go up for sale. And an East Wenatchee police detective with 30 years of service said farewell to the force last week. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
When it comes to finding a memory care community, you want the very best. You want to know that your loved one is safe and receiving compassionate care in a loving environment. Fieldstone Memory Care is an innovative assisted living community designed for those with Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's disease. You'll find a community specifically designed to enrich residents' lives. The Fieldstone team is here to help you navigate the important decisions you face when a loved one has dementia or Alzheimer's. Welcome home to Fieldstone.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Welcome back. In another news, Okanogan County public health officials are trying to stop rumors that a case of novel coronavirus is being diagnosed in the county. The rumors were started through one of several phishing scams that has popped up in communities throughout the nation in the wake of the deadly virus outbreak. The purpose behind the scam is to try to get personal information. Potential victims receive an email or call from someone claiming to be with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, saying that the virus is spread to their area. The targeted person is then asked to enter their email passwords in order to read more information or go to a scam website where their data will be collected. There has been only one diagnosed case of the virus in Washington state, and that was in Snohomish County. But what is true is that Providence Sacred Heart Hospital in Spokane will be treating 5 coronavirus patients. That's because Sacred Heart has airborne infection isolation rooms that it's been selected by the CDC to serve as a regional hospital to receive coronavirus patients. Where those patients will come from has not been announced. There have been 15 confirmed cases of coronavirus right here in the United States. Leavenworth's oldest school building may soon go up for sale. The Cascade School District plans a hearing on Monday on its proposal to sell the old Osborne Elementary building and the surrounding property on Central Avenue. Public comment is encouraged at that meeting. The district opened the new Alpine Lakes Elementary last year, and the Osborne School, built in 1960, is no longer hosting classes. The public meeting starts at 5:30 p.m. Monday at Cascade High School. An East Wenatchee police detective with 30 years of service said farewell to the force last week. Darren Darnell received his final radio service call on Valentine's Day in the City Council chambers. Darnell was a key investigator in many East Wenatchee criminal cases, including the arrest of Sewer and Water Commissioner Mike McCourt on a charge of child molestation back in 2016. McCourt is now serving 4 years in prison. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's features story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington for 34 years. Arctic provides the finest heating and cooling air quality products for residential and commercial customers, along with prompt and professional customer service. Arctic also offers specialty services like custom sheet metal fabrication of ductwork, coil cleaning, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Arctic is available for emergency calls 24/7. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
The two hottest pickups in America are at Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. First, the Ram 1500 with back-to-back Truck of the Year awards from Motor Trend, and now the Car and Driver 10 Best list for 2020. They call it a luxury sedan with pickup capabilities. Ram is on a roll now with third-generation eco-diesel power. Next up, the Jeep Gladiator, also a 2020 10 Best model based on the new award-winning Jeep Wrangler. It has options and capabilities that no other truck can offer. Two more reasons when it comes to buying a truck: there's no reason to leave town.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Time now for our weekly Kennel Cameos feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight, NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson introduces us to Chloe the cat.
Hey everyone, Megan here with the NCWLIFE channel. We're here with Renee Parkins, the Development Officer at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and Chloe is joining us this week. She likes her head scratched.
Yes, she does.
Can you tell us about Chloe?
Yeah, so Chloe came to us. She was an owner surrender. She wasn't very friendly, and her family really thought that she would be better off as a barn buddy. So a cat that was a mouser and somewhere where they could live outside, have shelter to sleep in, be fed, but that she would be more her own cat. So they brought her in. We had her in the back. We were doing some temperament testing and different things that we do with our cats. We took her and got her ear tipped when we got her fixed, and got her ready to go out as a barn buddy, and then she turned out really likes people. She's probably going to be better in an older home with no children, just adults, and no other cats, but she is the sweetest thing. I mean, she will let you just sit and pet her head for, I would bet, hours. So she's looking for a home, just somebody who's gonna kind of let her be the queen that she is, but that will sit and give her pets on the head and let you and lay by you and snuggle up while you read or watch TV.
And what's the adoption process for her?
So for Chloe, she's ready to go home today. Somebody just needs to come down, meet her, make sure she's going to be the right fit for their family. Her adoption fee is $65, and they can take her home today. It covers vaccinations. She's spayed and microchipped.
The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. This has been Kennel Cameos at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to those details, as we get closer to that upcoming weekend, about a beautiful shot up north, up to Lake Wenatchee. A beautiful shot up that way today. What a great day to be up there. Temperatures today mainly in the upper 30s and the higher elevations. Beautiful Lake Wenatchee. Still a little bit of snow up there, but not as much as you'd expect, especially down below at Lake Wenatchee. But you know, not much snow here in the Wenatchee area too. As we get to our almanac, today's high temperature It was a nice one out there with highs today a little bit above normal once again at 45 degrees. But what I do want to show you is our snow total, and there hasn't been a whole lot of that. Upper elevations, yeah, we did see some snow, and there is some good snowpack higher up. But as our almanac will show us, not a whole lot here in the Wenatchee area. Pangbourne Airport, 11.2 inches of snow. That goes back to October 1st of 2019. And just think about this. Remember February of last year where we broke an all-time record for February, and we picked up 25.2 inches of snow just in February last year, and here we are at 11.2 going back to October. 45 our high temperature today, a few clicks above where we should be at 43 degrees, 23 this morning, so a little bit chilly as we made our way out the door, but it did warm up nicely. 29 is our normal low, 62 is our record high temperature set back in 1961, and our record low 4 degrees, and that was broken in 1986. Sunrise this morning 6:58, and the sun sets now at 5:32. How will our Friday shape up? Let's take a look, and it'll be a lot like today. Maybe a little less sunshine for our Friday. We'll see an influx of clouds ahead of a bigger storm system that we'll talk about in a second. Temperature-wise, though, steady as she goes, as we've been all week long. 48 for Moses Lake, 46 Quincy. We'll see 46 in Wenatchee as well, 47 for you folks in Ephrata, and then mid-40s in the upper elevations. Omak, a little bit cooler. Tomorrow's high temperature at 43. Tonight we can expect mostly clear skies around the area. Will be calm tonight. Here's that next storm system as it begins to make its way into British Columbia. It's going to be held at bay at least for another day or two by a large area of high pressure that you can see right over the central part of the western United States, and that's bringing a lot of beautiful clear skies throughout for most of us. For Friday, though, increasing clouds. We will see very mild temperatures, though, with highs mainly in the upper 40s all the way up into the upper 50s for the Tri-Cities. Saturday, mostly cloudy. I will see an influx of warm air on Saturday and Friday as well. And then overnight snow, a definite possibility as this system moves into British Columbia, and that will swing that moisture right into north central Washington. Sunday will be a wet one as well, and we won't be surprised at all if we wake up to a dusting of snow right here in the Wenatchee Valley on Sunday morning, maybe 10 inches or so up around Stevens Pass. Things get a little bit better on Monday, turning partly cloudy as that storm system pushes away. Still dragging with it, though, plenty of cloud cover. Monday will be nice, though, just not sunny like we have been seeing the last couple of days, but that'll all change as we get into Tuesday. Back to those mostly sunny skies around north central Washington. It will be nice, and another large area of high pressure right there will begin to build up, and that will bring us once again beautiful weather late next week. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating and Cooling 7-day forecast. Tonight we will drop down to 28 degrees for our overnight low temperature, increasing clouds for Friday, and 46, 48 on Saturday with mostly cloudy skies. Remember, snow and rain, a definite possibility overnight Saturday into Sunday morning, and then a 60% chance of rain throughout the day on Sunday, and 48. We'll stay mild on Monday and Tuesday at 47 degrees, and then by Wednesday back to the sunshine and 46. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
It's a marvelous markdown at Sangster Buick GMC.
Hi, Corey Sangster, and we're ending the year with a bang. Take advantage of below market pricing on our entire used vehicle inventory. We've stocked up on a great selection of all and four-wheel drives just in time for winter. Virtually every make and model, all price point, and $49 down delivers. Pick a vehicle, pick a payment, and drive away with $49 down. Before you buy, compare price, service, and selection.
December is a marvelous markdown at Sangster Buick GMC or sangstermotors.com.
This is Caitlin Hedershe, the producer of the NCWLIFE magazine. Each week, I'm bringing you a look behind the scenes of the faces, places, and events that make North Central Washington the place we call home. Tune in every weekday for an in-depth look at a new topic each week. From local artists in their studios to businesses breaking barriers that might surprise you and everything in between. Join me on the NCWLIFE magazine right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Thursday to you. Chance Michaels scored 6 of his 11 points in overtime as Wenatchee Valley beat Big Bend 88-84 last night at W.B. Smith Gymnasium. Malik Parsons led the Knights with 23 points as Wenatchee Valley improved to 10-4 in East Conference play, 22-5 overall. Washington State, meanwhile, has now lost 3 in a row for the first time this season after dropping a 66-57 decision to Cal last night in Pullman. Victory for the Bears snapped a 4-game losing streak. Women's basketball, Savannah Stevenson's jumper with 5 seconds left lifted Big Bend over Wenatchee Valley in women's play, 67-66 the final. Lady Knights had a shot at the buzzer, but it missed, and WVC fell to 10-4 in East Conference play, 19-8 overall. It was only the 4th win of the season for the Vikings in conference play. They were led by the 30 points of Anna Yarbrough. Coming up on the schedule tonight in women's college basketball, Central hosts Western Oregon at, just got underway. Number 13 Gonzaga plays at Loyola Marymount tonight at 7. Eastern Washington travels to Sacramento State at 7:05. On the men's schedule tonight, Eastern Washington hosts Sacramento State at 6. Stanford plays at Washington at 7. Central Washington hosts Western Oregon in the nightcap of a doubleheader in Ellensburg at 7:30. Number 2 Gonzaga hosts San Francisco. That's on ESPN2 at 8 o'clock. District 5 2A tournament in the Sun Dome last night. The Prosser boys claimed 3rd place with a 67-55 win over East Valley of Yakima. The Mustangs move on to the Glue crossover games against Great Northern League Saturday at 6:30 against West Valley of Spokane. East Valley will travel to Clarkston for a crossover game at 6:30. Sela and Toppenish will face off at 5 o'clock in the Sun Dome for the District 5 2A championship. That's on Saturday. Girls play last night. Prosser topped Toppenish 63-33 in the battle for 3rd and 4th. Prosser will host West Valley of Spokane at 5 o'clock, and Toppenish travels to Clarkston at 5. East Valley and Ellensburg meet in the Sun Dome Saturday night at 7:30 for the district championship. Well, we now know the opponents for the Caribou Trail League boys in their crossover games against the Northeast A this Saturday. Newport beat Medical Lake last night 46-34 to take 3rd in their district tournament and will play at Cashmere Saturday at 5 o'clock. Deer Park won the District 7 1A title by downing Freeman 71-62. That means the Scotties will host Omak Saturday at 5 in the other crossover game. Well, the District 6 4A championship will be settled tonight in the Yakima Valley. That's where the Eastmont Wildcats and West Valley Rams will play at 7:30 for the title. Two teams have met twice so far this season, with the Rams coming out on top in both occasions by 13 back in December and 22 points in late January. Eastmont heads for Yakima after placing 2nd in the Big Nine with a 9-3 mark, 13-6 overall. The Rams undefeated in Big Nine play at 12-0, 18-2 overall. They're ranked 8th in the latest RPI by the WIAA. Other game features Davis at Wenatchee, which will broadcast on the NCWLIFE channel tonight. Pirates advanced to the district tournament with a win over Sunnyside on Tuesday. Panthers ended Moses Lake season. In 2 previous meetings, Davis got the upper hand on Wenatchee by winning by 19 in December and 9 points the last time the two teams met in late January. Grant Olson has your play-by-play live on Facebook starting at 6, then at 6:30 here on the NCWLIFE channel. The loser of West Valley and Eastmont will host the winner of Davis and Wenatchee Saturday at 6 o'clock. On the girls' side, the Moses Lake girls will try to continue their dominant season in the district championship tonight at 6. They'll host Sunnyside, a team that was the only Big Nine club to hand the Chiefs a loss this season. That was a 51-47 decision on December 20th. Moses Lake dominated the last time they played in January, winning by 22. And the other District 6 4A game tonight, West Valley hosts Eisenhower. That's a loser on game tips at 6. West Valley Ike winner will travel to the Sunnyside Moses Lake loser Saturday at 6 o'clock. District 6 1B tournament gets into full swing today at Eastmont Junior High School. Girls play Wilson Creek facing Riverside Christian, followed by the district championship between Pateros and Moses Lake Christian. On the boys semifinals, playing today, Antioch facing Pateros, and Moses Lake Christian and Riverside Christian's winner of those two games play for the district title Saturday at 1 o'clock. Also, we know the days and timing for the by-district 2B tournament at Quincy High School tomorrow and Saturday. In girls action tomorrow at 6:15, Liberty Bell faces Columbia Burbank. Rest of the games for the ladies will be played on Saturday. Lake Roosevelt plays White Swan at 1:45, followed by Brewster and Mapton at 3:30. Finally, Waterville Mansfield and Tri-Cities Prep at 5:15. The boys will actually play 2 games tomorrow and 2 Saturday at Quincy High School. 4:30 game Friday features Oroville and Columbia Burbank. Then at 8, it's Lake Roosevelt and Liberty Christian. Liberty Bell plays White Swan Saturday at noon, followed by Brewster and Kittitas boys, tipping it up at 7:15. Swimming and diving participants got a big send-off from area high schools today as they head over to the Federal Way Aquatic Center for the state championships. That begins tomorrow. Representing Eastmont are Jack Hensley, Evan Vandersloot, Zane Hernke, and Kai Morris. Moses Lake Chiefs heading to state, Isaac Patton, Cade Pack, Cole Lindberg, Ryan Jorgensen, Dylan Bond, Jace Truman, and Zach Washburn. And Wenatchee Panthers heading to state include Connor Elwin, Christian Cutter, Andreas Broxson, Benjamin Grigsby, Tag Madsen, Tristan Guerin, John Luke Lundberg, Cameron Wheeler, Simon Madsen, and Will Neer. Best of luck to all those swimmers and divers. We'll give you the rundown on area participants heading to Matt Classic 32 tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. That's sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And before we leave you tonight, let's check in once again with NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson, this time for a look at what's happening around the valley for you to enjoy this weekend.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. Wenatchee Valley Sportsman Show takes place this Friday through Sunday at the Town Toyota Center. This event will offer consumers a prime opportunity to see the latest in outdoor gear, the newest in fishing boats, motors, and accessories, plus guides and lodges from all over the Northwest and more. Come see the special attractions and learn from the informative seminars presented by outdoor professionals. This exciting show will be packed with attractions and demonstrations, including Lunker Lake, where kids can fish for free. The Blackhorn Drama Guild presents Emma, a pop musical by Eric Price in the Chelan High School Performing Arts Center this Friday through Sunday. Emma is based on the Jane Austen novel of the same name and is packed with songs from every generation. Admission is by donation, so bring the whole family for a fun time. Run Wenatchee, Confluence Health, and Wenatchee Valley Medical Group are putting on the Heartbreaker 5K Fun Run this Saturday at Pybus Public Market. This run takes place during Heart Month to raise awareness about heart disease and about ways to commit to a healthy lifestyle. Register online. And finally, the 14th annual Fly Fishing Film Tour is hitting the road and headed to your backyard with a fresh batch of new films this Saturday at the Icicle Creek Center for the Arts. Anglers young and old will get taken on an adventure featuring cartwheeling steelhead, pristine Australian coastlines, fish brought back from the brink of ruin to jungle streams laden with aggressive fish, and much more. For more information on this weekend's events and others, visit the community calendar at ncwlife.com.
Here's Dan Kuntz now for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Tomorrow is Friday, and you want to start out your weekend right here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll have your latest weather forecast for the weekend. When we get to sports, we'll also have highlights of the Wenatchee Davis boys basketball game. That's going to be taking place tonight at the Wenatchee High School Gymnasium. Plus, we'll have everything you're used to get your day going, including the latest news, some fun stuff as well. Can't wait to see you. We'll be here live at 7 a.m. Friday morning right here from this very studio. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, live and local. Look forward to it. Back to you, Grant.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
You want to help others. You need a solid career. You can have both with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, stop by our campus at 595 Grant Road across from Safeway or visit chartercollege.edu.